It's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping, running Terry out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the head don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, 1 o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2000.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hooker. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game. think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick it.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Okay, ready?
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jeff 60, Jeff, left wing 19.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wagner. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Wagner. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Operating from the gun. Wagner, and it's caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Hooker. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and 2, Hooker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Ready? 79
They're going to try and throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. 11 yards for number 11.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
18 Ramblers.
Operating from the gun. Hooker. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Hooker. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, Hooker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Cowboys 14, Giants nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
50 Bobcat.
On 3rd down, Hooker. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hooker. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. J-Ron Kearse in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
19 tight.
Operating from the gun. Hooker. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Off the bootleg. Wagner. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st down, Wagner. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Oh, design run for their wideout. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down, Wagner. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Booker. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go now.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
79 Broncos. Hurry, hurry.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
A final shot before break. Wagner, he'll fire this deep for Gallup. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready, set.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Warriors, 17. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Wagner. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Giants nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 3rd down, Hooker. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And
this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Hooker. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going to get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
To throw on third down, Hooker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On the jump. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
On 4th down, Hooker. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Come on.
So right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here we go.
Off the bootleg. Hooker. They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Drop 50. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wagner. And that is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. Tackle.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Off play action. Hooker. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more.
And now here is another interception.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
operating from the gun. Wagner. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of